What's up, everybody? Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, back with you once again for week number 8 Ivy League football preview here on ESPN Plus. And as always, be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts. We have a great slate of games lined up for you this weekend in the Ancient Eight. But as always, when we start these videos, we like to take a look back at the previous week at my one big takeaway. And how about cornerback Isaiah Reed out of Brown? 2 INTs last weekend in their big-time win over the Penn Quakers. He stepped up big out there on the perimeter, turning the ball over twice. Fantastic weekend. And I'm only supposed to give you one big takeaway from the previous week, but I got to cheat this week. I'm going to give you 2. I have to go to the backfield. Running back Shane McLaughlin out of Harvard. 24 carries, 156 yards on the ground, averaging 6.5 yards an attempt. And he did a fantastic job toting that rock against Dartmouth, helping Harvard get the big win. After a great week of action in week number 7, looking at the standings heading into week number 8, and as you can see, there's a log jam of 5 teams with 2-2 records. But at the top of the Ivy League, you have Harvard and Princeton at 3-1. So they're sitting atop the Ivy League standings heading into week number 8. And like I mentioned earlier, it's a great week of football involving the Ivy League as we take a look at the week 8 schedule. Some great matchups across the board. Yale travels to Brown. Both teams are 2-2 in Ivy League play, 4-3 on the regular season. Harvard travels to New York City to take on Columbia, who is still looking for their first Ivy League victory of the season. And Cornell travels down to Pennsylvania to take on the Penn Quakers. And that should be a great matchup because you have 2 outstanding quarterbacks that'll be on display in that ball game. But the Ivy League game of the week takes place Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPNU, as you have the Princeton Tigers traveling up to New Hampshire to take on a Dartmouth Big Green. Now, this should be a fantastic game because I feel like both defenses are really strong and do a great job of coming up big in crucial moments. So we'll see how that Princeton Tigers defense that tends to turn on late in the second half starts the game. I'm excited to see how that plays out. And we know Dartmouth still is operating with the same forte, run game, great defense. Should be a fantastic matchup Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPNU. So that's it for this week's Ivy League football preview for week number 8. I am Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. We will see you guys next week in week number 9.